Have you ever wondered how some families live on just one income? Well, these are 10 hacks that might be the secret. Hack number one is making your food at home. Instead of going out and spending money on the restaurant food and tips, you can cook your food at home. If I'm to go out with my family of four, where I live, to an average local restaurant for a dinner, I would spend somewhere between $150 to $200 just for one meal. That's just basic food like a hamburger, a french fry, and a drink, a soda or coffee or tea. That's not including cocktails or any other drinks that you'd like. When we go to the grocery store and buy groceries, we spend about $150 per purchase, and for those things that we buy like vegetables or meats or cheeses or milk or eggs or whatever it is, usually served as more than one meal. And also, you are in charge of your own food. You know what goes on your dish, you know how many calories, how many things you put in there, and it's enjoyable. You feel a sense of achievement and when you've made your meal for you and your family. You also can include your kids and teach them a lifelong skill of cooking and making your own food. Hack number two is making your own coffee at home. And I put this one in a separate category than cooking from home because coffee is a separate topic. The reason why is because I'm not talking about just making your own coffee using an espresso machine. I'm talking about being in charge of the whole process, from buying your green beans, which cost about $4 to $8 per pound if you buy raw beans, and then roasting them in your own roasting machine. And we use just basic $40 Whirly Pop online and roast our coffee beans in there. Then you can buy a basic home grinder, espresso grinder, for about up to $200, and your espresso machine between $400 to $600, and make your own coffee at home. If you are to go out in the Starbucks and buy a simple 12 ounces tall latte at Starbucks, you will spend $6.50 per drink. And if you to buy one drink every day for 365 days, you will be spending $2,372.50. That's assuming the price of a latte where you live is $6.50. And that's just one drink, just for one person. If you have more than one person in your family who drinks coffee, or if you're like me who likes to have 2 or 3 coffees a day, then you will be saving a lot of money by making your own coffee at home. Hack number 3 is buying things in bulk. Whether it's a big cut of meat and you can slice it to steaks and store it in the freezer. We use the vacuum seal bags and vacuum our steaks, and you can label them and you can store them in your fridge, and that will save you amazing amount of money, and you will also have fresh amazing steaks anytime you need some. Also, we buy things like canned tomatoes or sardines, rice, and emergency food like noodles in case you need to make a quick dinner, anchovies, seasoning. Those are the things that don't go bad really fast, so you can buy them in bulk at your local grocery stores or stores like Costco or Sam's Club or whatever the local store you have where they sell things in bulk, and then you can store it in your house, in your pantry, and then you will save a lot of money and a lot of trips to the store, and you are in charge of the quality of your meat or food that you have. Hack number 4 is using reusable kitchen towels for cooking and cleaning instead of using your paper towels. And let me explain you what I mean. In our house, for the most of our needs, like cleaning the things you spill or you're cooking and wiping the grease off your counter and any kind of other spills and cleaning things you need, we use our reusable towels that you buy at the store or online. For some of the things like storing my vegetables once I wash them in the fridge, like leaves, salad leaves, or herbs, I use paper towels. Or something is really gross and really bad, like we need to suck up a lot of grease or something like that, we'll use our paper towels. And we don't run out of those paper towels for a long time. I don't remember, probably once a year we'll buy a pack of 8 or 12 rolls and it lasts us a whole year. The average household uses 1 to 2 rolls per week, and where I live, the 12-pack of Bounty usually costs between $22 to $28. So if your family uses 1 or 2 rolls a year, so let's say you use 2 rolls a week, if you're using 2 rolls a week, you will be spending somewhere between $240 and $300 per year. And with kids cooking, and I have 2 dogs, we will be using 2 or more rolls per week. If I'm to buy a set of reusable towels, it'll be costing me between $12 to $25 per 10 to 20 towels. And this pack I bought at Costco, and I believe this is a 40 to 50 towels in each pack for $20, and they will last up to 3 years if you take care of them by washing them in hot water with baking soda, or you can use vinegar or a little bit of bleach to keep them clean. And you're already doing laundry, so that almost adds nothing. By doing this, your savings are almost up to $280 a year. Hack number 5 is reusing your jar for everyday life, cooking, cleaning, and other needs you have. Let me show you some examples how you can reuse your jars. You can reuse them for storing your dry herbs. If you watch my video about how I dry my mint, you know that I love using the jars for storing my herbs for my herbal tea. You can use the hot sauce jars or the bottles to make your own syrups. Any kind of pickle jars or things that you buy in the store, instead of throwing them away, you can reuse them for storing your food. And I use them for like storing my makeup brushes or storing my hair clips. Those jars are great for everyday cooking, storing things like teas, spices, and other things. This is my kids' art station, and I reused all of the tomato tins. Look how cute those are. Hack number 6 is growing my own herbs and vegetables at home. And this has been one of my most favorite hacks of all times, is growing your own food. And our household, all of my kids love pesto. They love basil pesto or any other green pesto. They love all the fresh vegetables like broccoli and tomatoes. And in the summer, I barely buy any fresh produce because I just go in my garden, cut what I need, and it's ready to go. And it's also fresh ingredients. You know what goes in it. You're the one growing it. It's an amazing skill to learn. And believe me, you don't need a lot of land for that. We live in a city and we don't have a big lot, but we make and we grow our things in raised beds or the grow bags, and that will give you a lot of fresh vegetables. Not only we get the fresh stuff when you need it, you can also dry your leaves like mint or your oregano and any other herbs you have in the garden, and you can preserve it for the winter so you don't have to go to the store and buy them later in the year. You can also make fresh things like chive vinegar, and you can use the chives, flowers that grow in your garden, to make your own vinegar for your salad dressing. You grow on tomatoes or basil. So by growing your own herbs and vegetables, you are not only saving money, but you also feel an amazing sense of accomplishment. You're in charge and you're controlling the quality of your ingredients for your cooking. And you can involve your whole family in that. You can teach your kids another life skill that they need, and they're gonna learn where the food comes from. How long does it take to grow food? And how important is it to take care of your plants so that it can provide you with the nice food in the end? Those are all of the amazing skills that our kids need nowadays more than ever. Tip number 7. This is another of my favorites, is doing your own projects at home. So do-it-yourself projects at home are, instead of hiring some people to do it for you, it's going to save you lots of money. If you look in the background, we just recently did our backsplash in the kitchen and put this beautiful Subway towels. Me and my husband, we did this backsplash together, and our kids love helping it with the small things, and saved us a couple $1,000s that we would have to pay somebody who would have to come in, and we would have to make sure we're available for the construction team and be around, to make sure they finish the project, make sure that they're using the right materials. This way, we're in charge of the quality materials, we're in charge of how it goes and where it goes, and we're also going to be learning a new skill that is going to help us in the future, like if we decide to do the same thing in the bathroom or somewhere else in the house. So we're learning the skill and we're saving the money. Another great do-it-yourself project, or how I save money, is by making my own cleaners at home. I have my 50-50 vinegar water solution. It's super easy. You mix 50-50 vinegar and water, and it cleans amazing and tackles the grease. It also does an amazing job cleaning your mirrors and windows. Hack number 8 is doing our own oil changes in our cars, and also doing the basic maintenance like changing on wipers or air filter, or rotating the tires. Those are the things, if you can learn and do it yourself at home, and it will save you lots of money instead of going to the shop, trying to schedule time, paying for the labor, paying for their parts, and sometimes you don't know what parts they're using, and you have to drop off the car, either sit and wait, and somebody has to pick you up. All this inconvenience, and also it'll cost you double the price. If you do it yourself, you can buy your own oil filters at your local store, auto store, or online, and you can do it at home in 10-15 minutes, and it will save you time and money. Hack number 9 is buying your gas in bulk. And let me explain you what I mean by that. In our local store, we go to QFC, and if you buy your groceries on Friday, you get 4x fuel points. Those are the fuel points that will give you a discount when you're buying gas. So we try to go shopping most of the time on Fridays and do our big purchase on Friday. We get our 4x points, and every month you accumulate your points, and then you can use that as a discount for your gas when you fill up your car. So we had 3 cars, so instead of just filling up one car and using all of these points only in one car, and after that you pretty much lost the points because they're only valid for one purchase, we usually go once or maybe twice a month, depending how much we're traveling, and we're going to buy 35 gallons of gas, and it will fill up our cars for several weeks. We are saving around $1.05 per gallon if we buy this way. So we go buy our 35 gallons, use our discount, and store extra gas and when I need it, or one of us need more gas, we just refill it in our driveway, and it's ready to go. So with the gas prices nowadays, saving $1.05 per gallon is a great savings for our family. And if you buy your gas in bulk using your fuel points at your local store, you can save money and time. Hack number 10 is doing your home automation to save money. We have a lot of smart switches at home, and they're all connected to the internet. We use several programs to control our automations at home. One of them is Smart Home, where we connect all the devices, and then we use Home Assist to control and create our own automation. So if we leave the house and for some reason in the bathroom lights were left on, as soon as we leave the radius that we set for our house, all the lights turned off. My coffee espresso machine turns off when I'm not home because I don't need it, and it's not using any power, so it's saving me money. Another example of saving money by using automation is the bathroom fan. So when we take a shower, or if I'm using a laundry room and washing, especially on the hot cycles, the humidity goes up. So most of us just turn on the fan switch and let it go. But what if you forgot and you left your house and your fan is going on for hours? In our house, we have automation. We have the sensors in the bathrooms and in the laundry room that will detect the humidity. And if the humidity goes above a certain level, the fan will turn on and it will go for 20 minutes and it will turn out by itself. This way, if the humidity drops down, then the fan's done and it's not going on for hours, and it will save you money because you're not running your fan for 1 or 2 hours because you don't know when the humidity is down. So whether you're new to homesteading or you're a seasoned homesteader, we hope that those 10 hacks will give you some extra tips on how to save money and keep homesteading by heart. Bye!